Hi everyone, to all that's watching this video. I am Riaz from AK Fish. That's my small home pet shop. That's what I call it. So I decided to start making a few videos, or making videos of my fish that I have, that I've been keeping for years and breeding. There's my tank setup currently. My father's been keeping fish for quite a while, like about 30 years plus. So I started like in grade 10, starting keeping fish, but it was probably around me since I was a little kid. So I just want to give you a little update on the guppy fish that I have. So this is the first time I'm experiencing a guppy disease or illness like I'm having currently. I know the camera is bad, but hopefully in the future videos it would be much better than this. So I bought a pair of fish from a pet shop. So it would be this female over here, and if we go over here to this little bucket, don't know if you can see, but there should be a Dumbo mosaic male over here. These, there you can see still Dumbo mosaic male. So I bought that pair from a pet shop about a month ago, and they were doing fine, but the female had white on her. So I had them with albinos, but small albino guppies, like these younger ones over here. So I had about 10 or 15 of them in there, and then the albino guppies' fins started going in. The fins got smaller, the tails basically like started disappearing. So that was the first sign, but I didn't take note of the sign. I was like, okay, maybe it's just normal, maybe it's the filters or something is causing that they're not swimming correctly. But the two that was infected was completely fine, the female and the male. So that was throwing me off also. So me, being clever, I moved all the small albinos that had infants to the big drum that had all the albino parents in, these ones. And some of them that is in here. And then they affected the whole drum. So basically all the albinos was affected. They kinda, the fins look kinda like this. Yes. Check this female. Here she, see that female? Fin, tail is kinda in and she's swimming like the fin's not out. There's one that you can see clearly. And with the males, the tails start rotting away, basically. There's one, perfect. See that female there? That's exactly how they look. Like the tails start becoming sharper and disappearing, and then they just lose balance. Some of them get paralyzed like on the sides, and they swim around in circles and they just die off. So that is the disease I have. So that's the disease my fish have. So I bought this lice and worms. This thing here, it's tablets. You get about 20 tablets in here, and you use, according to this thing, 1 tablet per 22.5 liters. And they say this kills shrimp, snails. They say that, but the shrimp and the snails is still surviving in the tank that I threw the tablets in. So who knows? Maybe it kills sensitive shrimp, sensitive snails. Anyways, it's an internal disease. They apparently have worms. That's the assumption. I would say quite a few died, but the best thing, if you guys are experiencing this issue, if you see your guppy is not swimming properly or something is just feels off about your guppy, the first thing I would advise is do a 20% water change. I won't jump straight to 50. I don't recommend 50% water changes. I would say 20 to 30%, and then you throw in a handful of salt, and then give it a day, 2 days. If you still see no result within 2 days, or you see within the first day, the next day they got worse, then I would suggest investigating and trying to find out what exactly is going on with your guppy. Maybe like post on Facebook forums, fish forums, and see what the guys say. That would be your best step. And the best thing is to always check your guppies every day. When you check your tank, see that they're all doing fine. And the best advice would be to quarantine the fish that you got, which I didn't do. I've never been doing it for all these years because I never ever experienced this issue. And I kind of never buy from pet shops, especially live bearers. But I saw the Dumbo mosaic pair and I was like, I really want it, so that happens too. But I think it's a good learning experience, and that's why I decided to start making videos, because other people can learn based on my mistakes. The best thing I can advise, if you do find any of your fish are sick within that second day or first day, like you did your water change and it's still not working, the next day or the following day, to be safe, remove the guppy and move it to a hospital tank. So I have a tank aside that's just empty with pumps running, that has no snails, shrimp, just have some moss or some plants in there. Or you don't even need that, because some medicine kills the plants as well. So it just needs to be running so you can have a tank to move the guppies to that are sick. Because I noticed, especially with them having this worm, if it is a worm, it's spread by touch. So like you can see the female that was sick or voted off that I bought, that one there, she gave babies in the tank. So babies, the fry, oh, there's one fry, there's the others. So all the guppies in the tank aren't ill. You can like see there's some albinos, they're swimming with their fins out and they're healthy. So it's not spread via the water, this worm disease, it's internal. So you'll see like this one definitely has the worm. Where is she? So my best thing would be to do is remove her from the tank. That's what I noticed is basically saving most of the others, because it's spread via touch. So the best thing to do is remove the ones that are ill by the second day immediately. That way you can stop the other guppies from getting it. If you have other disease, like if the guppies have a disease that is spread via water, then the whole situation would be different. I would probably do a video on that if that happens to me in future. But for now, this is the guppies. Some are healthy. I'm going to remove the ones that are not looking too good, and I'll keep you guys updated. Cheers. Have a great day, people.